Hi, welcome to The Truth with Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 159 coming at you. And guess what? It's a big one.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, so back. Lots of Lions talk, NFL talk.
Lions are saving
Yeah,
lives.
a little bit of NBA, literally saving lives.
Actually saving our lives.
Yep.
We'll talk about the NBA. I will say this because you've written it down. I'm just going to say it now and then it's done. I'm not joking, by the way. We're not going to talk about the World Series. In my eyes, the baseball season ended 2.5 weeks ago. And that's the end of the conversation.
And we actually had to take a stretch off because we were in mourning. And we're actually still in mourning. Like, we're still wearing black every day.
Denial is the stage. Yeah,
Denial?
Yeah, it's
okay,
denial.
Stages of grief?
Yeah, like whenever, like I'll say that real quick. My buddies and I were watching football, Thursday night, watching football. And it was the same time as, I think, a World Series game, maybe an ALCS game. And they were playing the Jays game. And like every couple minutes, we would just say amongst ourselves, like, is this preseason? Season's over. What is this game? Where is this a rerun? And that's
Didn't you walk in, the moment you walked in, they had a grand slam?
That was a different night. I was there for. I don't know. I'm not too much World Series talk. Move on. Baseball starts in April. Next topic.
Okay. Off the top.
Yep.
Cade Cunningham. So I watched some of the highlights last night. Whew. He looked good. That one block against Suggs, that's the first time I've ever seen him do that.
I've seen him do it multiple times.
But Cade, with that much intensity, looked at him, it was awesome.
I was kind of thinking about some of the takes that we've gotten right and some of the stuff we've gotten wrong. And we were adamant from day one of when they drafted him and also after seeing him for 10 games, 20 games.
Sorry, Urban. Scotty Barnes is not better than him.
Where we were just like, this guy gets it. He's going to be an all-NBA guy. And even when it was...
Off the court, on the court, the whole deal.
I'm just going to say the sentence. See if you can... Let me finish the sentence. Even when everyone was calling out Cade because the Pistons were losing and he had a couple turnovers, we were like, buddy, watch the damn tape. This guy gets it. He'll be okay. And that take has held up. That was one of our better takes because there was a lot of people that like were out on Cade because the Pistons sucked. Because of Monty Williams. Like that was why they didn't like Cade. And here we are, many years later, Cade's a top 10 player in the NBA and he's going to bring us a championship in 2 years.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, Red Wings appear to be better this year. Here's the thing. If they don't make the playoffs again, that's a potential decade where they haven't done anything. They're going to lose a generation of fans.
Okay. Yeah, but let's do them positive. The Wings are back.
Okay, yeah, hopefully the Wings are back.
The Wings are back.
Dylan Larkin.
I went to a game. It was great stuff. I'm back in on hockey, which is good. Came out a good time. The baseball season concluded just as the hockey season was beginning. And I'm in on the Wings, and I enjoy it. I'll put the Wings on. Like tonight, 10:30, during the fourth quarter, I'll watch some of the Wings game.
Really?
Fact. Yeah, 100%.
Relatively certain I'll be asleep.
Yeah, you'll be asleep for like the next game. But that's fine. You'll catch up on your highlights.
Sure.
Next topic.
Save Chauncey.
Well, it's free him. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it now?
We got to talk a little bit about Chauncey Billups and Rozier. And listen, this whole gambling thing, it is blown up. And it's actually bad for the NBA. It's bad for sports. On one hand, like betting is thrown down everybody's face every day. I understand why these guys fall victim to it. But if I had made $112 million in my career, I don't think I'd be betting a lot.
Okay, that's the wrong take. And I'll tell you why it's the wrong take. I don't know this for a fact. I would be very surprised if Chauncey was gleefully and willfully doing these bets. In all likelihood... He got in some debt. No. He got in some debts, and the mafia said, "Buddy, do this, or you're done, or your family's done."
The poker table stuff sounds crazy.
So I don't think Chauncey was like. I think Chauncey was probably a gambling addict.
They used his name to get people there, right?
Yeah, but Chauncey willingly gave them his name, probably because they said, "Hey, buddy, if you don't give us your name, you're done." So I don't think this was a fun thing for Chauncey. I think he got down bad, and this was the way of getting back out of it. Like I don't. That's,
Too bad.
I think that's the explanation.
Nonetheless,
free him. He didn't do anything wrong. The joke with me and my buddies and you now is just whenever it comes up, we're just like, man, he's just playing cards.
Just playing cards with a couple buddies.
Right? And then it's like brackets. The games were incredibly rigged and so high stakes and so corrupt.
X-ray machines and all sorts of stuff.
Which we're just like, no, he's just playing cards, man. Free him. So that's the take. Well, we understand, sadly, his career is over. He's likely going to be publicly removed from the Hall of Fame. It's going to get ugly. I'll be honest. One of my first thoughts was, if he leaves Portland, can he be brought on to be an assistant for the Pistons?
We'll take him.
That's looking unlikely. But
probably not. But
we'll take him.
He takes a year off. He goes through some counseling, and then we'll bring him back into the family that loves him.
Yeah.
Portland likes him. We love him here.
Yeah, it's a fact. No,
It's a big shot. Come on.
Like if I don't know if he's gonna have to serve jail time, and we shouldn't even discuss it, but it's fun. Whatever. If he serves a couple years in jail,
Chauncey, if you're listening to this,
we're on your
we
side.
got your back.
Seriously, this is pro Chauncey. We're like free him.
Oh yeah, we got shirts.
Rozier, criminal.
He's a war criminal.
Damon Jones, criminal. Jonte Porter, criminal. Chauncey Billups, hero. Okay, he's a Finals MVP. I'm sorry. Did he do some bad things with the Mafia? Maybe. Not his
Just
fault.
playing cards.
Just playing cards. Okay, I'm glad that we're on the same page.
On the same page.
Let's free Chauncey.
Okay.
Next topic.
We're talking about movies for a minute. So the young fella to my left, Youngblood, really does a spectacular job bringing people together from different groups. So you're not going to see it because Isaac doesn't post anything on his Instagram, but he brought like an all-star team to see the movies on Tuesday night. All sorts of people from like different walks of life and all-star team. Now, it wasn't a very good movie, right? It was the Bruce Springsteen one.
Yeah, I liked it more than the consensus. It's not bad, but it's kind of bland. But yeah, like what we do is we all go to the movies, and I just text anyone that I think has mild interest, regardless if they're family or whatever, like whatever age group or demographic.
Shout out Uncle Phil and Mom and Captain Steve.
Yeah, so it was like me and my buddies, and like my mom, my uncle, and Captain Steve, my buddy from Monday Night Basketball, who's we won't say his age, in his 60s.
He's older than me.
Right? Yeah, so it's like, but then my boys are there and they're just hanging out with Captain Steve. And then it's like, oh, it's Captain Steve and this is my buddy Jack. And then they're boys now. So it's just kind of like the power of, I don't know, friendship? Power of friendship is what we'll call it.
Power of friendship.
So good stuff, guys.
But you're the nucleus in the middle.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's just, I will gleefully unite good people, Yes. That's what I do. Superman.
I think you come by that skill quite honestly.
Okay, next topic.
Okay. One battle after another. Oh my God, it's a good movie. If you haven't gone to see that movie, just go see it and then send us a message and say, you were right. Thank you for telling me to go see it.
Yeah, I had that conversation with Dorn.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Shout out Dorn.
Shout out Dorn.
Dorn saw it and was just like, dude, floored me. Everyone, I've talked to double-digit amount of people about this movie. Everybody loves it.
I seriously would like to talk to somebody who didn't like it. Then after we call you the R word.
Oh, dude, that's
You can't say that. No, can you say that?
Oh my God.
I'm not sure if you can say that. Anyway. Yeah, unreasonable. That's what I mean. Oh, the UNR word. I'd like to hear why, because it's a great movie, and Leo, I don't know, top 2 movie all time for him. It's good. Youngblood's gonna need a second to compose himself.
It's your fault, not mine. Next topic. Awful, just
That's
awful.
Let's talk about the Detroit Lions.
Free Chauncey, don't free him. That's bad. Lions. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the Lions here.
Okay, so
try
a couple
not to
things.
say any slurs.
We had to take some time off just because we were in a period of mourning from the baseball team, but we did have some really positive experiences. When you talk about the Lions and the Bengals, we had a spectacular road trip with the Companion Boys.
Okay, so I'll break it down. It would kind of came up. Dom and I were just kind of like jokingly saying like we should go to Cincy, and then it turned into like tickets are cheap and falling. Let's just hop in a car and go. So then we kind of talked and we looped the dads in. Dads were down who had like barely met, but we both kind of knew they were like the same. So like, let's just rip it.
We were vibing.
So we left. Don't say that. We left at 9 a.m. We got there a little before 1. Kind of watched some of the 1 p.m. slate. Had some street meat. Played football and cornhole with the local Cincinnati youth. Then got to the stadium. What percentage Lions fans?
I think about 40% is my guess.
Okay.
I thought it'd be even higher. My understanding is people that went to the Indianapolis game last year, Lions had an even greater percentage in Indy, and I'm assuming that's because they're not as good of fans. And since he said, well, our team kind of sucks, but we're still going to go and support them. Yeah,
and the Cincy fans, we got to just give the Cincy fans
credit. They get
credit.
a huge shout out.
Every Cincinnati fan.
Helping with parking, wish you luck the rest of the season.
Really good people. I will look, whenever I see a Bengals game, if it's Bengals versus, Steelers, well, I hate the Steelers, but Bengals versus neutral team, I'm going to root for the Bengals because of how good their locals were to us. We kind of got to the stadium. We did a recon assignment, whereas I just kind of went mobile for a bit, watched some of the wrap-up of the 1 o'clock games, found where the bathroom is, found where the water fountain is, but we had a great time at the game with the 4 of us. I will say there was a significant lack of ushers, which resulted in us going mobile. We could leave it at that.
Yeah, like we ended up meeting Zeke and Val there.
Yeah.
They showed us some seats that were a little lower than maybe the ones that we had purchased.
I will say we did create new seats, and we don't really need to get into that.
Yeah, we did create some new seats.
Like whatever the
Along
capacity is at that
Add
stadium, add a couple. Because we found a glitch, which was great. Do you want to talk about kind of leaving and exiting and just hitting the road?
It was just like a model of efficiency. Like there really should be reality TV shows on our ability to get to and from places with utmost efficiency.
Yeah.
It's like we don't watch reality. We watch reality television. It's called sports.
Okay.
There should be reality televisions on efficient driving.
Yeah. The line that we had, I think Mr. Campy came up with it or said it first was good outs.
Good outs.
Where it's just like good outs. And then that kind of transitioned to good comms, where whenever we were in each other's ears helping or whatever, it was just good comms. Good outs, good comms. Juice.
It's very important.
We use the word juice to describe volume for the radio.
Yeah.
Because we were listening to the Tiger game, and during it's fine. During commercials, we would go to music and all sorts of stuff, and we'd have to turn it back up for the game, so we'd just say juice.
And I'd get a little upset, and then maybe a little tired, and Isaac would play some 3-6 Mafia to get me going.
Yeah, played some rap. It was good. It was good. Anything else kind of on either on the game or taking it in, or who has the most aura that was wearing a Lions thing? Because I'll tell you who if you don't know.
Who?
It's Coach. The amount of aura that Coach Dan Campbell has.
Coach Campbell. Penne had a lot of aura too.
Coach Moore. That guy has like...
He's got a glow around him.
We talk about being a bell cow and being a leader, and like that guy's it, man. And you know what, Shep, I will say, I took note of Shep. We'll talk about him maybe at the Bucs game, but that guy... He gets after it.
He does.
He's ready to put on pads. Like if a linebacker goes down and Rodrigo's not back yet, give Shep 20% of the snaps. I'm kind of serious. Like he can still move. I'm positive. Okay. Do you have anything more on the Bengals game?
No, we need to talk about the Chiefs game just for a little bit of time.
Go ahead. I have one word and I won't say it yet.
Listen, they knew they had to score a lot of points. They just missed on a 4th down play. There was a trick play that didn't work. The game really could have been down to the last series. It didn't end up. It's okay. Some things sometimes don't happen.
I don't want to get into the game. I wrote down more and then I deleted it, and I've just left with rigged. That game was rigged, and that's all I have. There's no way we were going to win that game.
It was refereed terribly.
Objectively.
Yeah, it was like, no, didn't the NFL come out?
That's what objectively means. Yeah. So,
no, but NFL objectively, not us, because we're slightly biased.
We're not biased. It was rigged.
I'm a little biased.
So yeah, it was a joke. The game was rigged. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we need to talk about the lines in the Bucs.
Sure, go ahead.
That was a really important game, and Tampa Bay's got all this momentum going in, and a lot of people were saying how good they are. And listen, I think they're still a good team, and I give Baker Mayfield a lot of credit. He's a baller, but the Lions beat him like a drum. I think I might have been the first one to pass along the defensive secondary's nickname, the Legion of Whom.
I heard it from you first. Yeah,
it's a great name because these were just guys that were on the couch 3 weeks ago, and now they were making plays.
So we can say we were at the game. We were boots on the ground at Ford Field.
Yeah.
We had a little buffet at our seats.
Nice little buffet. Did you post it on the Instagram?
I don't think I did, but I'll make sure to post it.
It's a good one. If you're not following us on Instagram, what are you doing? You need to follow the Truth. Okay. T&I.
Okay, just say thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, too.
Dried mango, protein bar, apple, I think. Terrible apples. Do a bit on the apples in our house right now. Real quick, 10 seconds.
So, apples are really an important staple to our life.
Day to day.
Day to day, right? Like, pretty much every day, Isaac and I have an apple in lunch. But it's an odd time of the year because some apples are very good for baking. And Mom makes an unbelievably good apple pie. Shout out, Mom. And then Uncle Dan would, I think, walk through Sahara to get some of that apple pie. But those don't necessarily translate to a good snack.
Yeah.
They're pretty bitter and a little bit harsh. So that was pretty bad. Isaac didn't even finish his. I did. And then my apple today was a pretty good... Maybe I shouldn't
You can't say the joke. He made a joke about... No, let me say, because I don't trust you with this.
Sure, go ahead.
He made a joke about a certain geographical place where he could get better produce than what we have here. And that's the joke, and I'll leave it at that. And
sometimes
if anyone wants to reach
Thursdays
out,
and Fridays, you kind of get the end of the barrel.
Oh, sometimes I'll just say, when I'm packing my lunch Thursday, Friday, open the fridge, it's like, whew, get it fast.
Friday, we've got some almonds and a protein bar. and an apple from 3 weeks ago that
Yeah.
had been trampled on.
Yeah, it's like save me meat stick and dried mangoes is my lunch on Friday. Is what it is. So, anyways, apples. We had good Bucs. Bucs game great. Anything else on kind of the experience at the game, or do you want to talk about the actual game?
Fans were really good on a macro level, but on a micro level, because we ended up moving down a little bit.
We're good.
Yeah, and a lot of these people who pay a lot of money for tickets or they gift a lot of money for tickets, they don't give a crap about the game.
They just got to dial in. People aren't dialing in
Like,
for the game.
listen, if you're an alcoholic, okay, but do you really need to get 7 beers and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? And it was quite
First of all, if you're an alcoholic,
distracting.
say you have to recognize addiction. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Like, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Say, what is it? Sorry about
Sorry
that.
about that.
Sorry about that. All kidding aside, like, there's a dude,
Right in front of us.
right in front of us who, like, for all, like, you would have thought it was an exhibition practice for, like, Little League. That's how dialed in he was. And then you've got people like scrolling IG Reels, doom scrolling, IG maxing next to me with the volume on. Buddy, offense at work, be quiet. And I'm a big, offense at work, quiet guy, as I should be. It's my job as a fan. So yeah, anyways, that's the way these Lions games are, right? We've talked about this. What's the price of having a really good football team? What is it?
You have like bandwagon jumpers that either have a lot of money to spend on this stuff or they've got a corporate connection, whatever it is, and they go in and get one of the black jerseys. And Isaac told me about that because it was, I don't know what the term was.
You can say blackout.
Can you say blackout for the Lions game with Tampa? So I don't know, 80% of the jerseys had a black jersey. Now you bought one from Bloque and a black one, and I just wore my classic Barry Sanders blue one because I don't buy a lot of new jerseys.
Buddy, first of all, that's mine, the Barry jersey. Like, actually, I bought them when I was
Oh,
like
it is
10.
yours.
But that's fine.
Right.
Second of all, I'll do my black jersey take here quickly. Like, if you have a black Lions jersey, it's probably more likely than not that you bought it within the past couple years. And it's probably more likely than not if you just bought a jersey in the past couple years, you're probably new to the team. Now, that's not the case with everyone with a black jersey.
No, for sure. Like Blake's been a fan for a long time. He can
Yeah.
tell us about.
He can
Herman
have his
Moore.
black jersey.
He can tell us about Calvin Johnson, but most of the people there are like Barry Sanders. Is that the quarterback in Cleveland?
Anyway, it's just a lot of fake fans, and that's fine. If that's what I got to deal with having a good football team, I'll do it.
We need to break down a little bit the Lions-Bucs game because it was a spectacular game, and we haven't given a lot of game analysis thus far.
Okay, well then you're just going to spew nonsense or misinformation.
I've got some good points here.
Okay, go ahead.
Alim McNeil, difference maker. Boy, you collapse that pocket down the middle, and it just makes such a big difference. It helps Hutch. So then you've got two guys that are really, really pushing. So you can't step up, and you really have difficulty going probably to your right, but even sometimes to your left. That helps a lot. Makes Baker uncomfortable. That helped. Listen, these no-name DB guys did spectacular. They did a great job. Gibbs is a freak, right? Like, the offense hasn't been super sharp the last little while. I know coming out of the bye week, they're going to get sharper. But when you've got monsters like Gibbs and the Sun God, plays just happen. Can we just talk a little bit about Monty playing a lesser role and what your thoughts are on that?
I appreciate you asking. So Gibbs is important to touch on. We did 200 yards, best guy on the field. Second, offense, got to be better if you want to be a serious football team. It's a fact. The Monty thing, I just wrote down, is Monty okay? Now, I honestly think he looks fine. I think it's kind of a mix of like his plays just happen to be the 20% of plays or 15% of plays that just get blown up. And
There's some of that for sure.
And that happens with the O-line. Like, Goff did not play great against Tampa, but he didn't have a ton of time a lot of the time. And that's kind of an O-line thing, which is still going to be, that's just going to be an issue. That was not a priority for Holmes in the offseason. And we'll talk about Holmes in a bit, briefly. But that's things like that are going to happen. Monty's going to get caught up in the backfield. Look, he's, I actually haven't seen regression from him. I understand his numbers aren't good, but I'm not personally super worried.
No, and he had that 79-yard run like a month ago, so the speed is still there.
Yeah, if you go back and look at the Baltimore game, it's like you think that's a running back in his prime.
Yeah, but he's not getting 50% of the touches. He's going to get 25 or 30% of the touches.
Which is fine.
Good with that. This could be his last year.
It's objectively not, unless they cut him.
They might.
No, they're not going to cut. I'd be shocked.
We need to bring in the capologist, Dr. Steve, to just give us full analysis on that.
Yeah, so Dr. Steve, my guy, my friend who
Used to be
happens
my
know him.
guy. Now it's Isaac's guy.
He's the team doctor, and he's actually the finance guy for the Lions.
He's the capologist. I don't know if everybody knows that.
So we'll talk to Dr. Steve, consult him about what cap configurations we can
He's thinking Alex Anzalone maybe as well.
While we're talking cap, the JMO thing is a real issue that's just going to be like this kind of thing that's going to be a part of the team for the next few years. That's
so the JMO lovers are saying he's still drawing lots of attention deep, and that's why it's opening up Amon-Ra and Laporta underneath. I don't know how accurate that is.
Here's what I'll say. I'll say, yes, that's accurate, right? But
it's a fair amount of money to pay for
a decoy, for a deep threat guy, and I'm not saying that he's... Like, I'm not saying Tyquan Thornton is better than JMO, but what Tyquan Thornton does for the Chiefs is he's just kind of like this field stretcher, running straight down the pipe, drawing one or drawing a deep safety consistently.
Is he like a Worthy level fast guy?
Worthy's probably a little faster, but basically the point is it's a lot of money for a luxury, and that's what Jameson Williams is to this football team. He is a luxury, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a fact. Sorry, folks. And I know people love JMO, as we talked about at the game, but it's it's a luxury, and he's not.
Well, it is funny because whenever he's lined up what appears to be single coverage, you've got thousands of people. Yeah. JMO's 1-on-1, single coverage.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
A lot of that.
I will say Tesla, slow developing. He's going to have to be really, really good, and I think he will be. But he's going to have to.
You've been saying that for a long time. Can he be the number 2 wide receiver on a playoff team?
Well, he's not going to be the number 2 receiver on this team for 4 years, right? Yeah. When his second contract, when it's time for that. I hope, but I don't know. We haven't seen much. I think he will be good, but like he's missing blocks. He's not grading out. Awesome.
Yep, doesn't seem to have a great route tree.
Baker, do you know how many rushing yards he had against us?
16.
He had 0. He was 0 for 0.
Nice.
Which was like, because, historically, the worry with the Lions D has been scrambling quarterbacks. They've been great this year.
Yeah, well, that's before Jack Campbell decided he was going to be Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, linebackers.
He's been so good.
We talk about the linebackers a lot, but I think it's the best unit on this football team. I think it's better than the running back.
Better than the running backs?
I think
better than the safeties, again, assuming they're both healthy.
Free Branch.
Free
Chauncey.
Yeah. We should have worn our Branch jerseys to the press conference.
I thought about, like, do we do signs? Do we do some sort of peaceful protest? Looking back, we could do a dual protest. Free Branch and Free Chauncey.
Yeah. For those people that are looking online, there's a nice big 32 there. Awful. That's for a Branch.
Just awful content. Back to the Legion of Whom. Do you know the guy? Like, I wrote down their names and some numbers. Like, Thomas Harper. He had a high of 34 snaps before he played like every snap versus Tampa. Eric Hallett, he had 0 career snaps on defense. He had 64 versus Tampa.
That's amazing.
Nick Whiteside, 15 career snaps, logged 40 versus the Bucs, and had like 3 PBUs and a couple huge ones down the stretch. Lauren Strickland, 0 NFL snaps on defense, 14 snaps against Bucs. Like, these guys stepped up, man, and that was like.
When they had actually signed Fuller, and the thought was that Fuller was going to play, they didn't even bring him up from the practice squad, and I think they've released him since then.
Yeah, they did release him, which is kind of interesting. I think it shows
they have a lot of confidence with the Whiteside and these guys.
And it shows that closed on Sundays, Terron Arnold is back. He's coming back soon. He's closed on Sundays. So that's all I got on the Lions.
I think we need to talk about Shepard for a moment or two as well.
Yeah, go.
You brought that up. So he's been focusing on Shepard, the defensive coordinator, who stepped up this year because Aaron Glenn. Hey, Aaron, congratulations on your first win. That was big. Ooh, sorry, Cincy. That was a terrible loss by Cincy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so now the rumors are, people are going to go after Shepard to be a head coach next year. I hope that's just false because realistically, Shepard, he's only been a defensive coordinator for 2 months. You probably want to give him a little bit of time to run a defense before you hire him as your head coach. And I'd like to keep him for a couple of years.
I've heard no buzz about him being a head coach, so whatever you wrote is fake. There's 0% chance.
Might have been CBS Sports.
There's a 0% chance that he's a head coach for a new team in September. 0. I guarantee it. There's no way that a team is going to hire him after.
Listen, people love the Lions way. And
I know, but I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
The Lions?
There's no precedent for that. If there's going to be a defensive guy who's going to get all the head coaching offers, it's going to be Robert Saleh 2.0. It's going to be that cycle again. Shep is not going to be a head coach of Tennessee in September. I'd be shocked.
And I don't think he would want to be.
So but you're spewing misinformation.
I'm just giving the fans things to think about, and I hope they appreciate Shepard.
Yeah.
It's like they should appreciate Morton, the offensive guy.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about Mo still, but that's okay.
Why?
The thing is, there's been 2 games where they've got punched in the mouth a bit and faced some adversity, Green Bay and Kansas City.
Yeah.
And the play calling while they got punched in the mouth was just, like, the offense just, like, disappeared.
There was a couple times during the Tampa Bay game where, like, okay, you don't need to go for it. Let's get a couple first downs, run some plays, and they went for it to try and step on their neck.
Which is fine, but, I whatever. The Morton thing is fine. We'll see down the stretch if it loses us a playoff game. That's when I'll start caring about it. Until then, we're good. We'll be okay.
Who's the best athlete on the Lions team?
Penei Sewell, and it's really not an argument.
Good. Yeah. Unbelievable. I don't think people talk enough about the fact that he could probably play running back. For sure, he could play tight end. He could play running back.
Well, he probably can't.
Sure,
play
he can.
Running. Okay.
Yeah,
Full back.
It'll be like Mike Allstott, but it'll still be awesome.
Okay. Real quick, I'm just going to ask you a question. This is not a setup. Just answer it correctly. If you got to have, if you're on the phone with Brad Holmes, or if he called you, Brad and Sheila, Microsoft Teams called you. Brad and Sheila, Microsoft Teams call you, and you're like, hey, how do you think we should go about this deadline? Like, do you have any thoughts? And then what do you say? You only have 20 seconds to answer them.
2 of 3 positions.
What does that mean?
You need to fill 2 of 3 positions. The first one, you need an offensive lineman, and then you need one of an edge or a cornerback.
All right, I'm Brad and Sheila, and you're still you. Thanks for the input, Tal. We're just wondering what draft capital you'd be okay giving up.
3rd, 4th, or 5th.
So then maybe I disagree, because I disagree. Okay, now I'm back to Isaac. I disagree with you.
Okay.
I'm making the calls to Cincy, I'm making the calls to Cleveland, and I'm giving up 2 1s. Now, call me crazy, but there's such things as windows. And your take has been great, and it's if they go in and they make a move and they bring Detroit a Super Bowl, which is what will happen if they get aggressive. If they get aggressive, they'll win a Super Bowl. They're probably going to win a Super Bowl without being aggressive.
Listen, I don't even think that's on the table. How often does that actually happen? Green Bay did it for Micah Parsons.
Well, the Rams won a Super Bowl because they did it.
Okay, the Rams did it. That's true.
Philly went they went really aggressive that little stretch and were able to kind of extend it.
Were they trading away first?
That's a good question. I don't know. Saquon was free agency. I'd have to... AJ Brown?
I think he was a second. Either way. The Rams is a great example because they traded away first.
I think it was first.
I think they traded away 2 firsts.
No, I'm thinking AJ Brown.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a mid-first because they got Traylon Burks. The Titans got Traylon Burks.
Now, our philosophy... Well, actually, I wrote down the 3, and I actually wrote go all in. But I don't think that's my opinion. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't even think that's on the table.
The conversation we're having now is what are they going to? That's not the conversation. The conversation we're having is what would we do? That's why we're not running a team. But I think you do go. I think you have to go all in. They're not going to. You got to make some marginal improvement.
Oh, I'd be very comfortable going all in.
Yeah, we are.
I'd trade away a 2026 first.
I'd trade them all. I trade maybe both my legs for Trey Hendrickson and Max Crosby. Garrett, but.
Ooh, Garrett? I trade my legs.
I don't want stat padding picking his spots, Garrett. Okay, ask Dr. Steve.
He doesn't see the field a lot. He just sees the field when he can get a sack.
Yeah,
but he still got 5 of them last week.
Yeah,
that's
I watched
pretty good.
Stat pad. And then he threw his helmet all pridefully on the bench. I don't need that.
Because he wanted to get 6.
I don't need that in Detroit. Anyways, they should go all in. They're not going to go all in. It might not matter. They might just win anyways. But it'd be nice if they were just a touch aggressive.
Well, our philosophy has always been go all in, and then you get to be a hero for 5 years, and you say 10 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
If Brad Holmes went and got a guy and the Lions won the Super Bowl this year, and then they sucked for the next 200 years, nobody would care. Maybe in 150 years, people would start caring. But we will be long gone, and we will have a Super Bowl in Valhalla. We'll be okay. Or Elysium, if you will. Gladiator.
Elysium.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Anything else on the Lions?
No, we should do a couple NFL thoughts.
The Lions will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
We've been saying that for a little while, but you heard it. You heard it here clarified. What's the date today? October 30th. Okay.
Yeah, almost Halloween.
So the Dr. Campagna K-ball information was elite.
Yeah,
we've got a couple NFL thoughts. Now, we have an insider. We had an insider driving back and forth with us to Cincinnati. And the question came up about how all these 58, 60, 64-yard field goals are being done. And Dr. Campagna broke down the science, basically said what happened is the NFL used to keep special teams balls separate from everything else, right? You got balls for offense, each team, but then you got these K balls. Well, now their own team has them, and they're able to do some magic, and that's 5 to 7 yards longer. Was that the science, pretty much?
Yeah.
It's. I don't actually like it. I don't like these 64-yard field goals. I like them to be complete, like, freak shows if you're going to kick it that long. Now it's all the time. 58-yard field goal should make it.
Well, I don't know. There's still a lot of bad kickers out there, and kickers get like I think it's a case by case basis.
I've told you this, but 30 years ago, if anybody got a 50-yard field goal, it was unbelievably great.
Yeah, that's interesting. Whereas now it's like Chris Boswell's just banging 60 every week. Actually,
Yeah.
Brendan Aubrey's kind of one of the freak show guys.
That's the dude from Dallas?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so glad we got to talk about special teams and kicking for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to talk about?
I don't like the goofy broadcast. You and all your silly friends. Like
Wait, what broadcast?
Views and the slime.
Nickelodeon broadcast.
I don't like them.
Love
But I don't like Amazon with the weird views either.
I don't like that stuff either. We're
Okay.
traditionalists. We like that, but
But you like slime. That's not traditional.
if there's a Nickelodeon game, I'll get up for it. They did Toy Story last year where it was like Woody and Buzz. I got up for it, okay? Guilty. Just not my team. I'll watch anyone else.
Silly.
And then they have a slime, like they pour slime on the MVP winner and he gives a funny slime hat. It's so good. I love it. Anything else about football?
Why do players keep dropping the ball before they get to the end zone?
That's a conversation we can't have
It's
on the air. Because I'll tell you.
unbelievable.
But not right now.
Okay.
Next topic.
What teams are great in the NFL?
Glad we said that. So what we didn't really structure notes. That's fine. What teams are great in the NFL?
Yeah.
Okay, what an ESPN question. Well, the Lions are great.
Lions are great.
I should say other teams.
I don't think Indy's great.
Indy's really good. I wrote down some positive things about Indy, but like the Lions would beat Indy. Like if the Lions and Indy were in the Super Bowl,
Beat them like a drum. The Lions would be favored by 10.5.
I don't think it'd be that high, but it'd probably be close.
Should be.
Yeah, I think every sharp would just be on the Lions.
Yeah.
If there was Lions.
Well, they would
Colts.
never do that. They'd make it 5.5 or something, and
And then
Lions.
everyone would just be on the Lions.
Correct.
Which is fine. Okay, I think the Bills are really good, but I don't think they're like, I don't know. The NFC, like I like the Rams, like I like a lot of these teams to make noise, but it's like, I don't know. If the Lions play the Rams, I like my odds.
at the beginning of the season, we thought Bills, Ravens until the playoffs.
The Bills might not
KC.
win. They might blow that division. They were such an overwhelming favorite to win that division, and I liked New England quite a bit. And I will say,
Well, you
New England.
love Drake May.
Been a Drake May guy for a while. Me and Luch, and you know that's going to pay dividends. But the Bills division's in jeopardy. Their defense is not good. They have no receivers. Keon Coleman, like his advanced stuff is terrible. And Ed Oliver now is dead.
Ooh, I heard that.
Not
That's
dead.
That's
Sorry.
big.
He's
He's out for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe the year.
I think
Maybe
it's like,
we'll be back for the playoffs.
yeah, they didn't really say. So like Buffalo, I still think Buffalo's really good, but like they play Kansas City this week. If they lose Kansas City, it's probably close to panic time because New England has a really easy schedule, and Drake May is just ascending. Like each week he's playing better.
I think KC is probably the second best team in the league.
I will say.
But I don't think I would call them great.
Like I wrote down, maybe we buried them too soon. Next topic. That's what I wrote on the Chiefs.
Fair.
We buried them after I think 1 week, and it was a little premature, and I recognize that. So you know,
We buried them 3 years ago in the season opener when we beat them.
yeah.
Like
so
2019, the branch interception, pick 6.
like I'll say Philly. I said not dead because they're 6-2,
But
but
a solid team.
unserious. I like my odds against Philly.
Philly's
I did
going to
last
implode.
year.
Philly's going to implode. They did it 2 years ago. They're going to do it again this year.
I just think their secondary is very suspect, and if it's 3rd and 8, I don't think they're going to convert. That's kind of my Philly take. Meaning I just have no faith in their passing game right now. And Saquon does not look great.
No, Green Bay.
What did I write about Green Bay? I think I have notes on them. Not that good. Unserious.
Fair.
They're 5-1-1. I don't care. I watched the tape. I watched Jordan Love. I say, give me him in a divisional game in Detroit, and I like my odds. That's what I say about Jordan Love.
We'll play him in Green Bay.
And we'll beat him in Green Bay, and he'll throw more pick sixes. Name another team. We talked about the Pats. We talked about the Bills.
I'd like to hear your take on Minnesota and J.J. McCarthy coming back.
Lots of bad vibes out of that locker room.
So many bad vibes.
I've ended up on Vikings Twitter a lot the past little bit. Fans are losing their minds. They hate the GM. People are mad at Kevin O'Connell. People are mad at JJ. People are mad at Wentz. Everybody's mad at people.
Kevin O'Connell is legitimately a great coach, is he not?
That's what I thought. They're mad at him because of how he handled this quarterback situation and how that seems to be filtering.
But if JJ's crap, then you need to get whatever you can out of torn labrum Wentz.
Yeah, Carson torn labrum Wentz is good. And then they've got this like undrafted rookie guy who the Vikings have done this conspiracy theory where
is he great?
they think he's awesome. And they think that O'Connell can't play him because if he plays him, he's going to do Brock Purdy and steal McCarthy's job. And they're going to be stuck with JJ McCarthy. So it'd be like kind of like a Trey Lance thing. That's what the Vikings fans have convinced themselves.
That's pretty funny.
They're all mad at their GM because he just got extended and like 8% of his draft picks make the roster. It's hilarious.
Minnesota's that was a great stat. That was a great stat.
Minnesota's blown up.
They've got some offensive line injuries too, so they're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, they're banged up.
And I think they don't rush the quarterback really well, which obviously Goff will just chew him up.
Oh yeah, I don't fear Minnesota. Maybe this was H-share play. I have no fear against the Vikings. What are your thoughts on the Jets?
I'm so glad Aaron Glenn won a game. We love Aaron Glenn. Like, he was beloved in Detroit, and I'm glad he made the smart decision and go to the AFC where he doesn't have to go against us.
Yeah, Wembanyama.
He's made some poor decisions with kind of game and clock management.
I just wrote down high school offense. It's like watching a high school team, like a pretty good high school team. It's like,
I hope he wins a couple games so that way he can try and get a quarterback and give him an opportunity to run for a couple of years with the Jets. I don't know if that's going to happen. With all the media attention in New York and the silly mistakes with game management, he's only going to win 2 games and they're going to fire him.
I don't think they'll fire him, but like it's pretty close to 50-50.
How many games do you think he needs to win in order to not be fired?
It's a good question. I think they'll probably eke out 3 wins. Maybe, yeah, 3. I feel comfortable saying that. If
he gets 3 wins,
I don't think they'll fire him.
They'll stay. If it's 2 or 1, which they've got now, they'll fire him.
Yes.
We looked at it. He's probably not going to be favored.
They're never going to be
any
favored.
other
They're
game.
the Jets. They suck. Sorry, but like that's what I say. Raiders. Geno Smith dead.
Dead.
And I like Geno, but he's dead. Commanders. Fraud checked.
I don't know how they got good last year. They had a couple lucky plays. They ran through a stretch, but so they're bad now. Obviously, Daniels is injured, but they're also like the oldest team in the league.
Yeah, well, last year they're really old, and it's like they've got like guys that are like crucial to their team that are old. Terry's now old. Ertz is old. Wagner's old. Their defense is old.
Is Wagner out for the year?
I'm not sure, but he's almost dead.
It's big.
49ers, we talked about briefly. I just want to say, this is my 49ers take, and let's see what you think. I'm burying them for the Lions, but not for other fraudulent teams. What does that mean? It means that if we play them in the wild card, we'll beat them. But if they play Green Bay or if they play Philly, I can totally see them.
Listen, they're a well-coached team. They have obviously some good skill players with McCaffrey and Kittle. The wide receivers all seem to be like in wheelchairs, so I don't think they're very good.
Just keeps getting shot.
Keeps getting shot.
Injury prone.
Yeah. So, they've got some guys, but their window passed.
Yep. Saints.
I don't know. Could Holy Names beat the Saints?
No, I wrote down they're pesky. I've watched some Saints.
Really?
I think they're sneaky. I actually think they're sneaky. Like, I don't think they're Titans. Titans are bad. Sorry, Cam Moore. Titans suck. They're probably going to fire their head coach if he hasn't been fired in the last 40 minutes. Panthers. Have you taken any notes on the Panthers?
No. Like, we've been really cheering for Bryce.
Why?
I don't know, because he's little and we feel bad for him. And we met him in New York.
And we met him.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Super guy. Even shorter than you think.
Yeah. Like, you think he's 5'7"? Well, he's actually 5'4". Rico Dowdle, 2025, weeks 5 to 6. One of the all-time greats.
He was just mad. So he...
that was kind of
rock
like...
star.
If you look at the press stuff, it was like he was just mad that the Cowboys let him go. 473 yards in 2 games.
2 games.
Giants. Do you want to talk about the Giants? You want to bury them or no? Because people are going to get sad.
Crayon-eating running back. I feel bad for them. Right? They lost Neighbors, like a legit top 5 or 6 talent wide receiver, and everybody loves Cam Scatterbo, and he like literally broke. You guys were doing something down here, so I saw it first, and it was a terrible injury.
Yeah.
Did we make Mom watch it or no?
No, but we'll do that at dinner.
We should do
Good
that.
idea. I talked
like
about
Joel
the Raiders,
Theismann kind of.
Colts, Steelers. I hate watching the Steelers. I hate them. I really can't wait.
We needed you to win 1 game against Green Bay, and that was poop.
Broncos 6-2, and like, I don't think they played their best ball. I think Broncos are going to make some noise.
You've been high on Broncos a lot. Sertan's out for a few weeks, right?
Yeah, closed on Sunday.
Some injuries.
That's okay. Giants, we talked about. Panthers. I guess that's all I got. Lions are the best team in football.
Chicago still poop?
I wrote down nothing on Chicago. They're a nothing to me.
Sorry, Urban.
Yeah, respectfully. As long as Ben Johnson's in that locker room and as long as Caleb is their leader.
Not a leader, man.
Neither
Caleb
none.
or Ben.
Okay, let's talk about basketball. What do you want to say about basketball?
Okay, so lots of scoring. They're calling more fouls, which is harmful to the Pistons because Beef Stew, he fouls people when he expands his chest because it's got so many muscles on it. Duran fouls people a lot. That kind of sucks. But listen, I like Cade. I like the Pistons. Old man Tobias shows some grit. I still like Duncan Robinson. But we really don't know how good the Pistons are going to be until we see Ivy and Cade on the court at the same time. And can they mesh well offensively and defensively?
Yeah, it's a good take. Trajan Langdon is your best friend, so you want to defend him and defend his offseason.
The Alaskan assassin, I like him.
Yeah, good thing we traded for Lauri Markkanen and we could have given up nothing for him. And I will say this on my deathbed. I tell it to you all the time. I tell it to Dorn every day at work. We could have traded Asar Thompson and Ivy and like a first, and we could have had Giannis in Detroit. Coach Rob, it's true. I called Giannis. I said, "Hey, Giannis." He said, "Yes, brother."
Coach Rob called him?
No,
you called him.
Coach Rob and I called Giannis.
Oh, together.
And Thanasis. And we called
We
Giannis.
take Thanasis too.
He comes with Giannis. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we called him. He said, "Hey, we're thinking about doing this. Would you come to Detroit and sign?" "Yes, brother. I love Detroit, man." And he would have came. And he would have been a Piston.
That would have been awesome.
And his Greek accent like
Again,
that.
you talk about the window. Listen, if you have Giannis and Cade on your team, boom, your window's open right now for 4 years.
No, but we have Asar. I shoot 40% from the free throw line. Thompson to be our second option.
Shoot some free throws.
Great. That's what the Pistons. I love the Pistons, but it's very frustrating. They're just unserious. They're a 6 seed, maybe a 5, and that's it.
The East does not seem to be good.
No, which things would have been good to
are
go.
Chicago and Philly really going to go undefeated? I don't think so.
Actually, Philly, I'm not discounting Embiid. I'm not even talking.
Maxey and Edgecombe are good.
Maxey and Edgecombe, and I really like McCain. Philly has 3 guys for the next 10 years. And I'm crossing off Embiid, and I'm crossing off Paul. I have no knees, George. But the Pistons are, they're my guys. I love them. I just wish they had a serious option.
Chicago, Pesky.
Unserious. Come on now.
Okay.
We're still rolling out the corpse of Vooch. Unserious.
Yeah. Okay.
Next team.
So did Kuminga go through some counseling or what happened?
Lobotomy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like Cuckoo's Nest.
Because listen, they needed a talented wing. They had him all along. He just decided, oh, hey, I'll actually play as part of the team.
Now I'll play defense.
Right, because you got Jimmy and you got Steph Curry. Oof, you got guys to build around.
Also, just say this. Remember when people were like, Jimmy, Golden State's not going to work, and Jimmy's just quietly been awesome in Golden State? I remember that.
Yeah.
Next topic. You haven't talked about a specific team that I watch as much as the Pistons, and I'd like.
Well, the Wemby highlight reels are video games. Crazy. That first game is unbelievable.
I was saying this when he was. I bought a Wemby Spurs jersey, and I don't buy a ton of basketball jerseys now, but I bought a Wemby Spurs jersey right when the Spurs won the lottery, and it was part coping because the Pistons didn't win the lottery, and also part I love this guy, and I watch the Spurs as much as I watch the Pistons because Wemby is on the Ohtani level of every night he's going to do something that's whoa, did you see what just happened? And he'll do it 4 or 5 times.
A generational superstar.
So I'm just lucky that I have Wemby in the NBA. Imagine if he were a Piston. But I'm lucky to just be able to watch. Tonight, the Spurs play the Heat. I'm going to get up for that during Thursday Night Football. And I'm going to watch Wemby.
Spurs and Heat? No, that's fun. Heat are scoring a ton of points.
Yeah, it's Spoelstra. It's
How
a
is
Spoelstra
that?
thing. And Bam Adebayo was still not good. But that's a whole... Just people Wemby. Watch Wemby. Watch Wemby.
Okay.
That's what I got to say.
I don't watch a lot of Wemby. I got to watch a little bit more of him.
Yeah, just watch Spurs game. Just study. When they're in Detroit, hopefully he's healthy and we'll go. And just study Wemby and talk to him a bit.
Okay.
I can speak some Francais.
Well,
Yeah,
when we were in New York, we were pretty much fluent. We were translating for the French people on subway to all the Americans.
And then when I was in France with Jack, my French skills were great. The locals were very impressive. They said très impressif. That's what they told me. Very impressive. They said, yeah, it's true.
I don't think so. I need to get that verified.
Luckily, when we were in France,
There's no check next to that.
Jack is fluent.
Oh, Jack's fluent.
Jack's
That's
fluent,
right.
so he carried us in France.
Sure.
We would have died.
You would have starved and
Yeah.
been shot and stabbed.
My favorite line in France is J'adore Victor Wembanyama. And then people would be like, oh, Victor! And then that was that. Okay, next topic. What do you got?
That's it.
Nothing else? Okay, great.
Well,
Yeah, I got nothing else.
I was going to say the Tigers actually are going to trade Tarek Skubal.
Okay, so that's an awful thing to say. So I'm going to end it right now. If you don't...
Are we going to talk about Shohei being the best player of all time in baseball?
Yeah, no, I saw...
Best player all time in baseball.
Yeah, what about Babe Ruth?
Nope.
I agree.
Maybe it was just fat, and
No,
he couldn't pitch and hit.
So did his parents really like the chocolate bar, so they named him after it? I'm just wondering. No, Tawny's the GOAT, but I don't want to do baseball.
Okay.
So we can talk about anything that's not baseball.
I think we've covered a lot of good topics.
All right, I want to tell the people to watch one movie on Netflix. What movie do you think I'm going to say?
Paul Blart?
Oh, sure. Yeah, Paul Blart.
Mall Cop.
I was going to say Heat with De Niro.
Oh my God, Heat is so good.
Okay.
Masterclass.
Yeah, all right. That's all.
Okay, thanks everybody.